Imagine waking up to the screech of tires on your gravel driveway, only to find a self-proclaimed neighborhood queen demanding you tear down your own home because her rules say so, rules that don't even apply to you. Now picture her face when the law she loves to wield turns around and slaps her with felony charges, exposing her empire of petty tyranny as a crumbling house of cards. Alex Rivera had always preferred the quiet edges of suburbia, where the manicured lawns of Willow Creek Estates gave way to the untamed woods of his 5-acre lot. At 38, a software engineer who worked from home, Alex had bought the place 2 years ago precisely because it sat just outside the HOA's ironclad borders, no monthly fees, no nosy committees dictating his mailbox color, and definitely no one like Brenda Hargrove, the HOA president who'd built her reputation on enforcing community standards with the zeal of a medieval inquisitor. Brenda, in her mid-50s, drove a gleaming silver Lexus and sported pearls that screamed old money. But her smile was as fake as the turf in her backyard. She preached about upholding property values at every meeting. Yet everyone whispered she was terrified of losing her board seat to newer residents who wanted less micromanagement. Alex kept to himself, installing solar panels and a small vegetable garden that blended seamlessly with the trees. But one crisp autumn morning, as he sipped coffee on his porch, Brenda's Lexus pulled up uninvited, her heels clicking sharply on the pavement like warning shots. "You need to remove those lights immediately," she declared without preamble, thrusting a glossy pamphlet at him through the chain-link fence he'd put up for his dog. Her voice was polished, dripping with that faux concern that masked pure control. "They're a blatant violation of our dark sky ordinance. Complaints have poured in, it's disrupting the neighborhood's aesthetic harmony." Alex set his mug down slowly, eyeing her like a glitch in his code. "Brenda, this isn't Willow Creek. My deed says so. And those lights? They're for security. Not a disco party. Who's complaining?" "Exactly?" She straightened her blazer, lips curling into a condescending smirk. "Adjacent properties fall under our visual buffer zone. We voted on it last month, democratically. Of course. For the greater good." Alex chuckled inwardly, but kept his face neutral. He'd heard the rumors, Brenda twisting arms to pass rules that expanded her domain, all while pocketing administrative fees from compliant vendors. He waved her off politely. "Send it in writing. But you're on my land now, time to go." Her eyes narrowed, but she retreated, muttering about uncooperative outsiders dragging down the community. The whispers started that evening. Alex's phone buzzed with texts from old acquaintances in Willow Creek, people he'd barely spoken to since moving. "Heard you're running some illegal grow-op out there," one said. "Brenda's saying your lights are hiding something shady." Another, "Watch out. She's got the board riled up about safety hazards." Alex scrolled through the neighborhood Facebook group, where Brenda had posted a veiled rant, "When rogue elements threaten our peaceful enclave, we must act decisively for everyone's protection." Comments piled up, some defending her, others liking out of fear. He didn't respond, didn't rage. Instead, he printed his property survey and tucked it away, watching the digital storm brew like a programmer debugging a virus. The next day, a certified letter arrived, a formal violation notice from the HOA, demanding an inspection or face escalatory measures. Alex ignored it, but installed a Ring camera at his gate, capturing Brenda's Lexus circling the road twice that week, her face peering out with that mix of entitlement and suspicion. Tension simmered like a pot left on low. A week later, as Alex tinkered with his code in the sunlit den, sirens wailed up the drive. 2 county deputies stepped out, badges glinting under the clear blue sky. "Sir, we've got a report of aggressive behavior and obstruction," the lead deputy said. glancing at his notepad. Caller says you're harassing HOA officials and blocking access to a shared easement. Alex leaned against his doorframe. Calm as ever. That'd be Brenda Hargrove. I bet. Here's my deed, no easement. No HOA jurisdiction. He handed over the survey map. Watching the deputies' faces shift from routine to realization. Brenda arrived moments later. Pulling up dramatically. Her pearls clutching at her neck like a lifeline. Officers. This man is unstable. He's threatened me multiple times, all because he won't follow basic civility rules. Her voice pitched higher. Performative outrage on full display. The deputy reviewed the docs. Then turned to her. Ma'am. This property's exempt. You're the one pushing boundaries here. Brenda's cheeks flushed crimson. Her for the community facade cracking. But I'm the president. We have rights to protect our residents from eyesores like this. Alex couldn't suppress a wry smile. Eyesores? Or just someone who won't bow to your made-up empire? The deputies escorted her off, citing potential trespass if she returned. That night, Alex welded reinforcements to his gate, adding a sign, private property, HOA dreams end here. It was petty, but satisfying, a quiet jab at her overreach. Brenda didn't back down, she doubled down. Her actions growing more absurd. Like a bad algorithm spiraling out of control. First came the environmental auditors, 2 polo shirt lackeys from the HOA's newly minted Sustainability Committee, clipboards in hand. Claiming Alex's garden was leaching contaminants into Willow Creek's watershed. We're authorized under the extended ecozone, the guy droned. Echoing Brenda's script. Alex recorded the encounter from his porch. Authorized by who? Your queen bee. Step 1 foot over. And it's trespass. They huffed off. But not before muttering about non-compliance fines. Then the rumors escalated, group chats buzzed with tales of Alex being a recluse hoarder or worse. A cyber criminal hacking neighbors' Wi-Fi, all unsubstantiated. All traceable to Brenda's posts. Alex stayed silent publicly, but privately emailed the county for records. Uncovering Brenda's history of similar harassments, finding a widow for unapproved flower beds until she moved. Or badgering a family over holiday lights. He contacted a lawyer friend, Lena Torres, who laughed darkly. This is classic HOA abuse. Let's bury her in paperwork. Meanwhile, Brenda taped an annexation petition to his gate, claiming his land was eligible for inclusion to maintain uniformity. Alex photographed it, noting the forged county stamp, her desperation showing in sloppy details. The absurdity peaked when a utility van showed up. Workers claiming an emergency fiber line inspection ordered by the HOA County Partnership. Ma'am Hargrove said it's urgent, potential fire risk from your panels, the foreman said sheepishly. Alex blocked the gate. No such order exists. I checked. He called the county, confirming the fraud while the workers waited awkwardly. Brenda arrived in a flurry, her Lexus kicking up dust. This is for public safety. You're endangering children with your selfishness. Her voice cracked with feigned morality, but her eyes darted nervously. Alex held up his phone. Recording. Safety? Or your ego? This is forgery. Brenda, criminal. She spluttered. How dare you accuse me? I'm protecting values. The workers left, muttering apologies. That evening, Alex filed complaints with the DA, attaching videos and docs. Lena grinned over video call, she's panicking because her board seat's up for vote. Rumors say residents are fed up with her dues hikes. Alex nodded, patient as ever. Let her dig deeper. Midnight alerts jolted Alex awake. His cameras caught shadows at the fence, 3 figures with bolt cutters. One holding a phone flashlight, whispering about hazardous materials check. He triggered the floodlights and siren, watching them scatter like roaches. The footage showed faces, HOA volunteers. One wearing a committee badge. Alex called the sheriff. Submitting evidence. Dawn brought Brenda back. Trench coat flapping like a villain's cape. Standing at the gate with arms akimbo. This paranoia must stop. We're just ensuring compliance. Her tone was saccharine, but sweat beaded on her forehead despite the cool air. Alex sipped coffee from his porch. Compliance? You mean breaking and entering? I've got it all on tape, your little midnight raid. Her confidence faltered. Lips twitching. That was a misunderstanding. For the community's sake. He leaned in. No. Brenda. It's harassment. And I've turned it over to the authorities. Your greater good mask is slipping. She stormed off. But not before a mumble about ungrateful outsiders. Lena called triumphantly, DA's investigating, turns out Brenda's pulled this on others. Forging docs to annex lots for a developer buddy eyeing resort expansions. Subpoenas flew, 2 board members flipped. Confessing Brenda's schemes, fake violations to force sales. Siphon funds. The courthouse hearing was packed. Residents murmuring as Judge Harlan pounded the gavel. Evidence shows systemic fraud, she declared. Brenda sat rigid. Attorneys whispering frantically. Her lawyer objected, this is a vendetta against dedicated leadership. The judge shut him down. Leadership? This is abuse wrapped in bylaws. Brenda's face crumpled, from smug to shocked. Eyes wide as affidavits detailed her backroom deals. But it's for property values, she blurted. Voice breaking. Laughter rippled through the crowd. Alex watched from the back. A quiet satisfaction blooming. The HOA crumbled, board suspended. Forensic audit revealing $60,000 embezzled. Brenda faced charges, conspiracy. Fraud. Trespass, arrested in her driveway. Pearl's askew. As neighbors gawked. Residents elected a new board. One that slashed rules and refunded fines. Alex's land stayed free. His gate a symbol of resistance. He even helped a displaced family reclaim their home. Sharing tips on zoning loopholes. The woods whispered peace again. No more Lexus lurking. But here's the twist that lingers, was Brenda the real villain? Or just a product of a system that rewards petty power plays? You tell me, in a world of absurd rules. Who truly deserves the fence?